This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 50. We made it to 50, baby. Woo! Where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. First of all, we want to thank our new listeners, our OG listeners. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, a teacher gets a slap on the wrist for having sex with a student.
I bet that teacher wasn't a male.
I don't think she was. 007 is going to be a woman.
Why?
And I admit that I was wrong about Wendy Williams, and Keller wants to know, should she give a man another chance after getting ghosted? All that and more right now. You ready? Check, check.
Check 1, 2.
This is the MRA podcast from Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. We got some feedback, homie. But
say word.
Yeah, before we get into feedback, man, we got to say rest in peace to Sweet Pea, Purnell, the champ, the Purnell Sweet Pea Whitaker. You said he passed away last night?
Yeah, man. Apparently he got hit by a car.
Damn.
Yeah, he's 55 years old. He was crossing the intersection and somebody hit him. And I don't think it was anything like nefarious going on because the driver stuck around and waited. And he was in pretty bad shape. And I guess he succumbed to the injuries at the hospital.
Damn.
And yeah, man, died at 55, man. Guy won world titles in 4 different weight classes. In 1984, he won the gold medal in boxing. Yeah. So definitely a Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats. Before Floyd Mayweather, this guy was probably known as like the best defensive fighter out there or ever. Yeah. And so, man, you know, rest in peace, man.
Man, you know what I'm starting to get into boxing as far as for me boxing, like training, getting into the jump roping and hitting the heavy bag because I've never done that before. And I have such a respect for these guys because if you ever got in a fight when you was a kid, man, you remember how tired you got just from even play fighting, from wrestling. You just be exhausted. And so, you know, to go from and you know, you said this before. You've said this before. Every dude thinks he can fight and rap, right?
I know I can't rap, but I got hands though.
Everybody thinks that every dude is like, Nicky, I got hands. So, like, to me, fighting is like being a best basketball player in the black community because everybody's playing basketball, everybody's fighting, fighting. So to be the best fighter, especially in the black community, that's like, wow, you're the best fighter? Everybody thinks they're the best fighter. But this dude really is the best fighter. Yeah. And the training that it takes. So anyway, man, rest in peace, man. Let's get into some feedback, dude.
Okay.
This is from CDSDNATH. Phenomenal show, gents. Excellent, consistent chemistry between you both, as well as natural banter, which stems from obviously being very well prepared. First of all, that's a great compliment.
Yeah.
Man. Damn. The chemistry, the banter. Proper. 2 quick points. Number 1, as soon as you started reading the vows, I knew immediately that the absence of an exclusivity clause would be the focus. Gives a glimpse about the origination of who penned this contract. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. You're saying that basically as soon as you start reading it, I don't know if this is a she or a he, but he knew, we're getting to some that loophole, whether or not to slide in somebody else's DMs. And it says basically gives you a glimpse on who originated this, man. Like who came up with this contract, man. And like I said, most of them have that to forsake all others. And he or she's, I think
it's a he.
He's alluding to, like, yeah, chick came up with that contract.
All right. The next one is LeVar Ball is essentially a natural-born genius. And despite his slightly chapped exterior, any media organization would and should see the value of what his presence will do for the ratings, visibility, and immediate viability within an often vacuum media cycle. My brother went to school.
Yeah, this one got vocab
and
syntax. You know, put the words in there to make it flow.
The host's response was nothing but some typical SJW.
Social justice warrior.
I need to position myself as a victim. I can't stand victims. When convenient nonsense. I've been screaming about the pricification of America and society as a whole for decades. and this is one of the many iterations of the result. The ban will get lifted, as it should, and the Los Angeles to Louisiana, LA to LA side piece connection support is valid. I'm a little biased upon my Cajun Creole roots, but either way, it makes sense. Keep it up, fellas. If you build it, .. Hashtag the MRA podcast. That was love, man.
Yeah, I mean, I understand like LeVar Ball is ratings gold because he's going to say some nonsense and stuff like that. He's going to say something that the host, and I think a lot of like the viewers are going to disagree with. So you got to hear some crazy talk. Yeah. And so you check it out. I think that, you know what I'm saying, he's clout chasing off his sons. That's what I don't condone.
Facts. Yeah. The second feedback is from Kama in Los Angeles. I think she's 3 weeks in a row. I was listening to your podcast and heard my feedback. Me and my guy were just trying to find a series to watch together, Art Imitating Life. So good job, Kamal, with that piece of advice.
Yeah, man.
They literally were just trying to do that.
Good job, me.
Yeah, when we come back, we're going to save relationships, and this time I got something for y'all.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. All right, guys, now it's time for the lesson of the day. Kamal, this was one from me to me. This is my weakness, and it's Be Nice. This is a nice, what's the name? Black Eyed Peas song called Be Nice.
Give it to me. Hey, be different. Be nice. Just smile.
From the NBC reality show. Some songwriter show. It's pretty good. Anyway, Be Nice.
Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice.
Now, this is the reason why I said this one is because I absolutely struggle with this. Now, I grew up Snoop Dogg, Pimpin' Mac Daddy, you know, watching the greats work that game, and there's not a lot of simping, you know what I mean? And so, you know, you remember, you know, in all that West Coast music, the thing was, I don't love these hoes. Remember how often
I'm
he
a little
said
older
that?
than you, so I was like 19 or 20 when they came out. I didn't love the hoes.
Yeah.
But they didn't really raise me.
Yeah, shit. Easy E was like, this guy's a genius.
Yeah.
So, I do, but here's the thing that I had to remember. When I'm first getting with somebody, I'm not acting like that. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, I'm not cold and aloof. I'm warm. But over time, once I see the bullshit, I'm just like, nope, I'm good.
So you grow cold.
I grow cold. Yeah, I grow back to my default setting of, man, fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I am learning to, because I've been watching people. I got a comment that said, because, I know. We were talking about, I don't know how the subject came up with Trump and Melania, right? Uh-huh. And the word I got was that Trump is probably nicer. And I thought, I bet he is. I never thought about it. Do you think he's nice to his wife?
I honestly don't think, no.
You don't think so?
Nah,
I didn't think so either.
I've seen when he's mobbing and stuff like that. He's got the umbrella. She don't have one. It's raining. He's walking ahead of her.
Yeah,
and,
I think they're beefing those days.
Well, like even like I think during the inauguration, like he got out of the limo, walked up the stairs and stuff like that, and like I think Michelle Obama had to go around and like greet the chick.
Yeah,
like I just think that he's on some old egomaniac. Yeah. Like it's all about me. Be lucky. There's 100 million women that will trade places with Melania Trump.
Yeah, yeah,
and he knows it.
And I love that he knows it. But the lesson for the fellas today is be nice, and then if you have a handicap with this like I do, I'll tell you like this. Hopefully you have a good relationship with your mother. How would you treat your mom? How would you treat your daughter, especially, right? Like we always are gentle with our mother, no matter how disappointed we get in our mother. We're gentle with our mom, right? That don't mean. I think the problem is sometimes you think gentle, you get ran over. You can still put the smack down, not physically, please. Not literally.
Yeah. It's I mean, there's a difference.
You gotta have balance.
Yeah, there's but I'll say I'm nice. But when someone is mad at me,
oh man, fuck that.
And they're cold towards me, I go to my default and just become cold and silent. Yeah. But I'm not like overtly mean. I don't go up there and talk shit. I don't diss anybody.
But I think I mean the opposite. Don't be so cold. Show some affection. Give a rub on the back. That's the lesson of the day. Try to show some affection. Be nice. When we come back, we got to talk about our goals coming out. It's the third quarter, and we neglected to talk about it. It started in July. We come back, we're going to talk about our third quarter goals.
Okay.
Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You know, you got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing was funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there. Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out. And I was like, wow, that's dated. Okay. But the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still... Yeah, Caitlyn.
He's Bruce in the album.
Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce in this when I recorded this. But no, it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." Come out. We've been setting goals on this show, and I've gotten feedback, just personal. You know what I mean? My mom, my sister talked to me about it, and even your wife has talked about it. By the way, this is episode 50, and your wife promised something on episode 50. Somebody hit us up if you're listening, because people are listening in different areas.
Yeah. If
you hear the episode where she said she promised to do something for us on episode 50, please hit me up at Kyle Irby or email me at kyle@kyleirby.com.
I don't know about for like the show, but I'm pretty sure like it's all good for me.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get something.
Yeah, well, I don't mean personal favors.
Okay,
but she did promise I'm gonna do blank for y'all episode 50. So make sure whatever, even if she gives you some type of extra love for episode 50, share it with us.
Okay,
that's good enough for me.
Good enough.
As long as listen, man, if you say you're gonna do some shit, you gotta do it for me. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't do that. Speaking of that, we're talking about goals. Right? I think we started this in January. I should no, I'm not gonna do that. Because I remember some of the goals we had from back in January, right? I don't know where they are, so I guess I could find them, but I'm not about to.
It's all good.
Yeah, so anyway, the point is we're not going to grade ourselves. Maybe we'll do that in December.
Okay.
But for the next 3 months, this is something I want to work on because basically it goes January, February, March is quarter one. April, May, June is second quarter. And by the way, I failed a lot. And we should talk about what we did and what we didn't do well. Mm-hmm. I know I definitely compromised in the second quarter. I definitely compromised in the second quarter. But here we go. Third quarter is what I want to do. We're working on a project, you and I.
Yes.
We've been working on it for a while. We have not finished it by September 30th. I'm hoping to have a polished draft done. I'm saying that, putting that out there. Writing 5 days a week. So this is where I failed last quarter. Remember, I was doing the 25 jokes, and I said, I'm going to go to 70. I'm going to 50, then 75. And I was like, once I got to 50, it didn't happen. And I've been struggling with the writing lately. Even though I've gotten back to my 5 days, as you can see on my calendar.
Yep.
I got a couple weeks in a row, right? And I think in June I had some weeks too. So I'm doing better with that. Mm-hmm. So we're writing 5 days a week. That's on there. Also 6 to 10 sets a week. That's been good. I give myself a ding for that. I've been trying to get a showcase at the Laugh Factory, so I'm working on getting that. And I even hate saying that stuff out loud because this is kind of like, eesh. Hey, give it personal goal, but whatever.
Nah, man, it works, man.
Share it. You know what I mean? Because I've never been past the Laugh Factory, and I'm an unpaid regular at the Comedy Store, and I'm trying to get a showcase there too, and one at the Improv because we've been. I think you've gone once, right? What? I've been doing that 9 to midnight on Sunday nights at the Improv.
Yeah, that was rough.
Painful.
Yeah.
Went again last night. I was happy that I go. I didn't get up, but I went. This is why I'm not past at these clubs. You know what I mean? Because the thing that it takes, and my ego is like, I'm not, fuck that. You know what the fuck I am?
That was one of the things I could never, I stopped doing stand-up. I do it periodically, from time to time. But
dabbling ass nigga.
Yeah, I dabbled. I could never really go full steam ahead because of like...
shit like that. The 9 to midnight, just sitting there.
9 to midnight, getting there.
On a Sunday night, nigga.
Yeah, getting there and waiting outside for like 6 hours to
Laugh
sign
Factory.
up. And get like 2 minutes of...
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing all of that.
Well,
man.
that has cost me because it has not, people ask me, why haven't you gotten on? And I'm like, well, I haven't done the work. In my mind, I'm going to hit all these mics. I'm stack these mics up. Hitting 6 to 10 mics, that's my specialty. That's my jogging, hitting the heavy bag, hitting that bag like a boxer. But when it comes to sitting around and waiting, anyway, it's been my weakness. So that's what I'm working on. And the last one, we got a project going on with Courtney Black. She was on one of the episodes. And I want to have a draft done by September 30th. Oh, hang out the Ice House twice a month because they have a new booker who you met.
Yep.
She's cool, and now's the time.
Now's the time to start hanging out at the Ice House.
Yeah, man. What you got, dog?
Well, I can say that, man, for the longest, maybe about a month and a half,
Come on, give it
I
to
was
me.
doing really good with my goal of like chilling with the sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was doing real good, man, like once a week, my little cheat day, which was typically like Saturday or something like that.
Yeah.
I was doing really good, but I started something new called intermittent fasting.
Okay. We've heard about, some people have heard about that, some who have not. So
Yeah.
bless our audience with what in the hell is intermittent fasting?
Well, so a certain amount of hours a day,
Yeah.
you fast. You just don't eat, right? And so the good thing about it is your sleep time can be part of that fast. Okay, so
Which is what breakfast is, breaking the fast.
So out of 24 hours a day, I fast for 16.
Okay, you only eat half the day. No. Damn, my math is embarrassing. I just embarrassed myself.
A third.
16 is, 24 is 3
Yeah,
eighths,
I eat
right?
I eat a third of the day.
So 3 eighths is 24, okay? And 16 is 2 eighths. So you only eat for 2 of those eighths. You see what I just did there mathematically? I broke 24 into 3 eighths.
I know, but it's 8 out of 24.
What are you talking about? No.
I eat 8 hours out of the day, from 12 to 8.
Oh, so you're only eating for 1/3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I eat 1/3 of the day.
Okay.
And so from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
You going ham or what?
Yeah, and sometimes I might do 11 to 7 or something like that.
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying? For the most part, I eat from 12 to 8, and sometimes, most of the time, I'm done eating at around 6:30 and stuff like that.
My grandma used to do that shit. My grandma used to be in bed at 4. Rest in peace, grandma. My mom was mama. 4 p.m. Good night, everybody.
Right. So since I've been doing that,
Yeah.
I've been like eating some sugar in that 8 hours.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Because of your new intermittent fasting.
right.
But is the sugar thing a part of your, I mean, you could take the sugar thing out and say, because that's what the beauty of 3-month goals.
Yeah, it's just that, you know what, man? Like, for me, I like sweets.
Yeah.
And so that's a weakness of mine.
I'm lucky to not like sweets.
I love sweets. And what happens is I have to have it. So I'll get sugar-free.
Yeah.
And everybody says the sugar-free shit is
Bad for you.
It's
Yeah.
worse than
Yeah,
the
yeah.
real shit.
Yeah.
You might as well eat the real shit.
Just eat the real shit. Yeah.
Right. And so it was like, okay.
Well, you know what? Listen, you ain't going to tell me 5 times.
Yeah, I'll eat
you
the
said
real
eat the
shit.
real shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to eat the real shit.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all asked me to eat the real shit.
So my goal is to be mindful of my sugar intake a little bit more. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna give myself 3 days.
3 days of what? No sugar?
For
the next
3
3
days
months.
I can eat sugar.
All right, so how many days of no sugar?
4.
4 days a week, no sugar.
Yeah.
We going to lock that in.
Lock it in.
For the next 3 months. You got till September 30th.
Right.
No sugar for 3 days. No. You can only eat sugar 4 days a week? I'm really
3.
confusing myself.
3 days a week.
You can eat sugar 3 days a week.
I just had to come up with a schedule, but yeah. And
All right,
my other thing is my wife helped me set this goal.
Okay.
And I broke it the last 2 weeks, but to get back on stage 3 times a week.
Okay.
And, no, she said 2. Just do 2 times a week. And most of the time I was doing 3 and 4.
Well, I like that she's saying 2, because Kamal, if your listeners have figured this out yet, Kamal, the thing that drives me crazy about this dude is this motherfucker likes to set lofty goals, which I'm the opposite. I like to set easy goals so that I can knock them out and have momentum to keep going. Kamal, and you'll hear it on this show if you go back in the archives, promises, no, I'm going to do this big ass shit. And then what happens? He doesn't do it and he fucking fails. So now, thank you, Denny Shivertina Love Abdul-Jabbar, for helping this brother to set an easy goal 2 times a week. That's all it takes for now. Is that it? Is that everything?
That's all I got, man.
You got 2 times a week, eating better and getting up 2 times a week.
Getting up on the stage.
All right, man. Well, we need to know what the audience is going to do. Tell us your 3rd quarter goal. Hit us up at the MRA Podcast on all social media. We can come back, man. Hypocrisy is a motherfucker. This is some bullshit. This is some female privilege, and I'm hot about it. This is the MRA Podcast. We get back, we'll be talking about this teacher that got a little leniency that I would never imagine a dude got.
Yep.
Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to this show. Matter of fact, it's majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. I come out when I saw this, I was hot like fish grease.
What is it?
There's this teacher who got mercy. She has sex with a student, 17 years old. And I saw the picture. I thought she was attractive. You didn't. White lady. I don't know where she's from. I don't even care. She was special ed teacher, which means the child was special ed. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
And the child was a girl. And at the sentencing of the girl, of the woman back in the day, the child cried, 17-year-old cried and was like, I love this woman and she loves me. I know in my heart that I was completely in love with this woman without a doubt.
So basically taking away like the brainwashing and like
Yes.
the adult taking advantage of the student.
Yes.
That ploy.
Yeah, that was thrown out the window. So the thing that bothers me is that the judge was just, it seemed like she got a little emotional, whoever the judge was. It doesn't matter. It's a lady judge, but whatever. Judge Jody Lubers. She delayed sentencing because after she heard from the student, she had to think about it, right? So then I know. So she comes back and she's like, you know what? You get 1 year probation. What?
She was found guilty, or she pled to a lesser felony.
Yes.
So this was sentencing.
She was sentenced to 1 year probation for having sex with a child. I'm like, wait a minute. How can a child have consent? I thought we didn't have child and consent. So this makes me think of the race. Man, I don't even want to go there, man, but we have a football legend from our high school that went to jail for having sex as a coach with a student.
Well, the judge says the female student had not been damaged and believes she had engaged in this conduct willingly. So what they did was the judge added maturation to the student. They made the student very, very mature and said, well, she might have been young, but she knew what she was doing. And,
she knew what she was doing.
And she's not damaged or anything
and I agree,
like that.
she's not damaged.
Yeah.
I don't think she was damaged.
Yeah.
I think she knew what she was doing. I went to school with 17-year-old girls. I remember them talking about dudes they was being with.
Yeah, I knew some girls who had older dudes.
Yeah, of course. It's so normal when I was in school.
Right.
I remember the girls talking and bragging about their college boyfriends and the guys. Like,
I always thought the niggas
men.
was whack.
Me too.
Yeah, like, wait a second, dude.
Me too. Matter of fact, I remember when I left high school and I went back to get my revenge. Like, I'm going to collect me some high school girls like they did. And I just couldn't even close. I just was like, I can't do this.
I went back one day.
Me too.
One day, walked around, got the props, and realized
I'm done here.
Yeah.
I'm done here.
I do not belong
I can't do
here.
this.
Yeah.
This is not right.
Now,
for me.
Well, obviously, the old dudes wasn't on campus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they was walking around campus hollering at chicks.
Yeah, but still.
The desire to holler at young chicks when I can take down.
Yeah. I can't take down these college women.
Yeah.
And I'm taking them down. You know what I mean?
Right. This, well, I'll say this. The hypocrisy is crazy because a man, if the roles were reversed, not the roles were reversed, if the gender was reversed.
Yes.
And the teacher was a man.
Yes.
Who had a relationship with a 17-year-old chick.
Don't let it be a black man with a white girl.
They would strung that nigga up.
He went, dude, our quarterback went to jail.
Yeah.
Jail.
I don't know the particulars,
man.
The age dynamics.
What I remember was he was a math teacher or whatever. He was a teacher there. He was like a history teacher, smashed one of the students. Everybody knows it's a big no-no. And they was having a relationship, and her parents told. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to use names, but people know who the fuck I'm talking about. You know, you from where we from. But I'm trying not to use names, so I don't want to, incriminate, and because I don't have all the damn details. I'm just going on second, third hand. But that was the understanding. And man, if it's wrong for him, it's wrong for her. I don't give a fuck if it's a different state.
See, with the judge, man, this is one thing about sentencing that's always been a problem. The judge uses his or her discretion.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So they go back and weigh all the odds. And it seems like when this shit comes to us, they seem to think that we need to be locked the fuck up for
the name of the movie is When They See Us.
Yeah.
They see us as these predators, as these
Right.
not, how could she be willing? He must have
Right.
taken advantage of her.
Because the jury of her peers found her guilty, or she pled because she was obviously about to lose or something like that.
Yeah.
The evidence was probably damning.
Of course it was.
And so the judge takes it upon herself to say, you know what? They was in a relationship.
And they probably were.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it, man. Like I know these high school girls like who be with their teachers, and the
Yeah.
guy has to flee the state because
Man, we
he
had
a
it.
man.
Man, one of our security guards got married to one of the softball girls. Like that shit was happening all the time.
Yeah, yeah, but this is the thing that they, for some reason, man, they think that men are the aggressors, right? And so they look at us as it's like when the women have relationships with these 14-year-old boys.
Yes.
The women don't get like no man time.
They're not throwing the book at them.
Yeah, they don't get man time, and and nobody except for the parents.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. If you look at the comments on the stories, dude, like
Yeah.
where are these teachers when I was like every guy is envious.
Yes, of course. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Women
Yes.
just don't weigh in for the most part.
Well, I just want to know where the social justice warriors up in arms. I'm hoping that everybody's furious, just as furious as if the roles were reversed. But good and goddamn well, that's not going to happen. When we come back, man, I guess we have a little gender theme right now because we're talking about a little girl power. There's a black female that's going to play 007, and we're going to weigh in how we feel about that. You're listening to the MRA podcast. Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? Because we got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one. All right, Kamal, there's a sister that's going to be 007. She got it. Now, remember for a while, they were talking about making Idris to play James Bond. Of course, white people were up in arms.
Yeah.
Furious. And now they decided to let the sister, I don't even know her name. Of course, I could look it up. But the point is, she's not famous, but she's the girl from Captain Marvel. She was the black woman from Captain Marvel. That's where we know her from. Right?
Yeah.
If I told you her name, y'all wouldn't know it anyway. So she's the black woman. So who gives a shit? She's the black woman from Captain Marvel. Props to her. Proud of her as a black woman. We love you. But how do we feel about it? Come on, how you feel?
Her name is Lashana Lynch.
Now, that has to be a black woman.
That is the
guarantee.
Lashana.
I love the Dave Chappelle show joke when he talked about the blackest name. When he talked about Rachel Dolezal, and he said the blackest name in America is Draymond Green. That was the funniest shit. That's a black ass name right there, Draymond Green.
Draymond Green.
And LaShawn Lynch is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Sister.
Yeah.
Love you. Proud of you. How you feel, Kamal?
Well, man, I think they're testing the waters out.
Putting the toe in.
Right, because they're not giving her own movie or anything like that.
No.
So
Not yet.
Yeah, so I guess the premise of the story is James Bond, the OG 007, is retired. And so once he retired, his number, his secret agent number got passed on to somebody else.
Yeah.
Lashana Lynch. So she's 007. She's not playing James Bond.
Smart.
She's playing 007. So when she comes back, I'm sorry, when he comes out of retirement, I guess to right some wrong, and he's working with this other 007. So she's not playing James Bond. So they're being cute with it just to
They're being
see
very cute.
just to see what the response is. This is one of those things, man, where it's like, to me, this is unnecessary.
Why not?
Listen, man, I see what they're doing, man. They're trying to get a female Ghostbusters
That shit was
and
horrible.
female Ocean's 11.
Well, you know what? I didn't watch Ghostbusters, and I'm not watching Ocean's 11.
I saw both of them.
How were they?
They're not bad.
Okay.
But it's like you taking some original source material
Yes.
and just throwing females in it
I hate
instead
that
of just giving them their own vehicle.
Give them a
which
vehicle that works for them.
Yeah.
Organically.
Yeah.
Like Widows.
Like Widows and stuff like that. Like this new movie coming out called The Kitchen with the three women,
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy and
And Tiffany.
Tiffany Haddish.
Can't
yeah.
wait to see it.
But just like all of a sudden, just taking something that we know and love. All right, the next Indiana Jones will be played by Scarlett Johansson.
It's
Come on, man.
We see what you're doing here. It's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. And these are things where like these people talk about the social justice warriors. They talk about the politically correct crowd. This one, I can't front. This does seem like they're trying
Pandering?
to appease, to a certain audience who won't even watch 007.
That's the thing. Why?
A traditionalist 007, they don't even like this guy because they feel he's in there, he's boxing, he's punching cats out. They like the smooth dude with the martini. They think he's too rough. Daniel Craig, the new one. Yeah. They want that Pierce Brosnan, Roger Moore.
What's the old dude?
Sean Connery. They want those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I'll be honest, I've probably seen maybe 3 007 movies. Yeah. So I'm not a fan of the series.
I love the series.
Yeah. I'm not.
You know why I love the series?
Because he knocks him down.
He's knocking them down. He's knocking them down. He's smooth as fuck. He's wearing a suit. He's driving an Aston Martin. Why does he have to retire, Kamal? No, bring in another actor to play him. I don't need you to bring in Idris to play him. We don't need that. It's like, dog, I don't need Santa Claus to be black. I don't need Jesus to be black. I don't care. I do not need this. I do not need Santa to be black. Santa Claus is a German dude. It's a German. I don't need black people.
Well, they're made up as well.
True,
these are
but
fictional. They're fictional characters. So I don't need my fictional heroes to look like me to give me self-esteem. However, I know when that Spider-Man came out with Miles Morales, my youngest son, was like the first in line, bought all the toys, wanted to get in. My older son got the Jordans that he wore. So it is important.
It's very important.
But they created that character. They didn't make Peter Parker black.
But I like, dog, that was smooth.
Yeah.
That's
created
what I'm saying.
Just a new guy got some powers and he's Spider-Man. And there's also a Peter Parker too.
Even Mary Jane, making Mary Jane black. It's unnecessary to me. That Mary Jane's not black.
What?
In the real Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. She's like Puerto Rican, like MJ in this new one, right?
Yeah, like it's Zendaya.
Yeah.
That's not necessary. We don't need to take white characters and make them black. Just write a black character.
Right.
Just
easier said than done.
True, but just like,
because basically you gotta write it and it has to pop and get popular.
True.
And then they have to say, okay, we can make a movie out of this. So it just doesn't happen overnight.
Wakanda was not. They didn't just shoehorn Wakanda on us. It was a real thing.
Black Panther has been a character since the 60s.
That's all. So, dog, they got plenty of black characters.
Yeah, and Luke Cage and all of that stuff.
Yeah, just like, man, I don't like it. It bothers me, but like, I don't need 007 to be black. I don't like I don't like the James Bond's going away. What? So I don't get to have James Bond no more? Like, that's crazy.
Well, he's in the movie heavily.
In the new one?
Yeah, he retired in the movie, but he comes back.
Oh, okay. So
she just it's not her. It's not her movie.
I'm talking about the next one. What do you think they're doing? They're setting up for the next. She's going to be the next 007. James Bond's going to be at home. He'll probably have to come out of retirement. But like, I think that's just a story. I think when it's all said and done, a white man, after Daniel Craig retires, wants to do something else, there'll be a new white man to be James Bond.
Exactly.
Okay. When we come back, Kevin Hunter is in trouble, and I'm going to admit that I was wrong. You listen to the MRA podcast. Are you yelling at your radio right now? What the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. Just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at the MRA podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
So we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
Come on, I talk about Colin Cowherd on the show sometimes, and I love when he does that segment when Colin is right and Colin is wrong every Monday.
It's not as arrogant, man. It's like, you know what, man? He makes mistakes. He'll let you know when he was wrong.
Yeah, when Colin was right, I was right about this. I was wrong about this. I was wrong. I said that Wendy Williams would be back to Kevin Hunter. Now, I am going to toot my horn. I was right about
Cardi B.
Cardi B quickly. They was back fast. But Wendy seemed to be moving on for the first time. And at first, dude, he was no threat. right? She got some young dude. And she even said it, like, I ain't calling him my boyfriend. She was going to the ATM, taking out stacks, taking them shopping.
Yeah. Do you think he messed that up?
How?
No, I'm saying, do you think he messed up? They're not together anymore, the young dude. You think he messed it up somehow? Like
No.
he did something wrong?
No. I believe Wendy told us from the jump, this dude is just for fun.
Yeah.
Because Wendy Williams was not about to be in public with this being her man. This dude didn't live up to it.
See, the thing about it is, I know that guy, he probably heard her say it's like some fun, no attachments. I'm pretty sure he was trying to get them claws in.
Of course he was.
Yes.
Of course he was, man.
He
Well, I
was
mean,
trying
would you
to-
be trying to get your claws in? I don't know if I would be. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I guess you always want to make sure you get your next meal. You want to make sure you keep the meal
If
ticket
she's taking
going.
you like shopping and all that stuff.
See, that's emasculating to me, man.
It is. But it is. However, I think like what she did with Kevin Hunter, man, and I don't know who came first, Wendy or Kevin, but it seemed
What you mean,
like
who came first?
like did he make Wendy Williams or did he marry her and she put him on?
I think she was already on her way up. She was already a radio G.
Yeah.
And he probably came around the time she was, had some radio steam and probably helped collab with her to take her to TV.
Okay.
But I mean, if we just did a little research, we could see how long they've been together and how long she's been in radio, because that's where she came from. You know what I mean? Built her audience like that.
Yeah, but new guy, the youngster, he wasn't going to be part of the Wendy show.
No,
She wasn't gonna just
That's
bring
what I'm saying.
him,
He
like,
was just fun.
Yeah.
You got to be careful when somebody's just for fun, though, because I've had women that was supposed to be just for fun and ended up getting a long run. You know what I mean? Like, you got to always be careful. I always say, man, it's like letting the Clippers, even though the Clippers are good now, you can't let them stay in the game. You let them stay in the game, they're gonna win. So you got to be very careful when you let your fun stay around, because she ain't trying to just be there for fun. She got plans to stay.
Yeah.
And she gonna figure out how to stay. And your man, like you said, your man, the young buddy, he know he wanted to stay, but she made it very clear, like, this ain't my dude. I'm just having a little fun. And she probably told him that too. And then after she took him shopping, got her back blown out, with the young stud, probably punted him on third down. But the new dude, man, she's feeling this dude. And this is, women, man, it's always about his job title first. They talk about billionaire. Serena Williams is with billionaire such and such, such and such. Janet Jackson is with billionaire such and such, such. So Wendy Williams is with the doctor.
Eve is with a billionaire, I think.
Of course she is.
Is
Yes,
that the only way they can pull our women, they got to be billionaires?
pretty much. Which I had a terse discussion with Courtney Black about that the other day, because I was saying, I think I was going in on Serena for married a billionaire, and she was like, well, why y'all be messing with white girls? I said, well, hold up. Let's talk about that right quick, because we have different needs, right? Like so a woman's need is security, right? And a man's need is treatment. So that's why men aren't, I always talk about how much I like Nikki Glaser. Nikki Glaser was at the Improv the other night, Sunday night, and she was talking about how frustrating she is. Frustrating it is trying to find a man because guys don't seem to be into her qualities. A guy does not seem to care if she's a billionaire. A guy's not looking for, most guys aren't looking for a billionaire. They're looking for a helpmeet. So as a man, when I go to the restaurant, I'm attracted to the waitress because she's serving me and she's cute. So a man is attracted to the way he's treated, and a woman is attracted to the security. So if a dude is with a white girl, I ain't saying how the sisters treating her. And this is another misconception. If you fucking with a white girl, they assume you don't like black women. And for some dudes, if you look at their track record, like,
Right, you read their resume, yeah.
Yeah, they never been with a black girl. Me personally, if you see my resume, I've had a nice mix. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to the highest bidder, just keeping 100. So I've had a nice mix, majority black, but at the same time had white, had Mexican, couple Asians, mostly black. But the point is, I'm going for the treatment. So if I'm with a white girl, it's because of how she treated me when she got me. It isn't about how much money she's making, blah, blah, blah. So that was my point to Courtney Black. It is about women are looking for security, men are looking for treatment. So that is probably why that dude picked whoever he's with. But Wendy Williams, she says it helps that he's a doctor. Why does that help? Women are attracted to success.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not going to say one more word. You're not going to blow this for me, but he's been married. His kids are in their 20s. And yes, he's black. I know you're wondering. And absolutely people are wondering. Because people want to know what the race is. What did you take on that, man? I personally, I'm about to ask you a question and talk. So let me run that back. How you feel about that, dog?
Oh, I mean, I'm okay with it. I think the doctor thing, because I think people were like kind of like, you know, critiquing her with the young dude just over there, just being what do you call it, sugar mama?
Yeah.
So with
that's
the
not
doctor,
a good look for the woman to be sugar mama.
Nah.
And no woman wants to take care of a man long term.
Yeah, being Stella and all that stuff, right?
Whereas men, we don't mind taking care of a woman long term.
No.
We have no problem with that. But they do not want to take care of a man.
Right. So I think for that one, she's like, he's a doctor. That means he's got his own dough.
Yeah, Stedman's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's ain't a billionaire.
He ain't a billionaire, don't need to
but
be.
if he got kicked out the house
whatever.
today, he's good.
G.
Yeah.
Which is what I always say to the fellas, man. Don't forget Stedman's a millionaire. He's got his own thing. He's not living off Oprah. He's not going on the I'm with Oprah tour.
No.
Be a man at all times. Stedman's a man.
Yeah. And I think with this doctor guy, his kids are in his 20s. So basically, as far as like taking care of his kids and all that stuff, he's probably got more flexibility to hang out and party with her and stuff like that and go on vacations and getaways. So I think she's winning, man. And then at the end of the day, she said, at the end of the statement, she said, and he's black.
Yeah.
And so that was for all the women, the naysayers and stuff like that. And maybe
they gonna come at him.
Maybe some of the dudes, man. Like, she was a white dude.
Yeah. You got to hear that.
Yeah. So she checked all of her boxes and said, now butt out. I don't want y'all to mess this up for me. So I don't need y'all following him around and fucking it up with TMZ. And his doctor, his kids are grown, and
he's been
married,
which means he's been housebroken.
And well, also that, you know, like Harvey didn't mean investigating and digging up dirt. Like,
Yeah. Now, if you're Kevin Hunter, are you nervous if you're trying to get back, which I think he would be, I know I would be, are you nervous when you hear about the doctor dude?
Yeah.
More nervous than the young stud?
More nervous. Oh, well, obviously, young stud, I think, was a fling. That was basically just to make me look bad.
What if the young stud hit it better than the doctor and you? Who would you be more concerned with? You know, the young stud is got Hall of Fame penis.
The doctor. Because I think the doctor, if I'm Kevin Hunter, I'm thinking the doctor was only just to make me jealous. He's half my age. You know what I'm saying?
You said the doctor was
I'm sorry. The young stud.
Yes.
He's half my age.
Yes.
He's got more energy.
Yes.
He's like some thuggish, you know what I'm saying, kind of rough around the edges, probably could whoop my ass and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, that's probably for me, just in case I try to come over there unannounced or this guy might.
I'm not worried about the young guy at all. I'm laughing at the young guy because I know he don't stand a chance.
I'm not worried about him.
You're in trouble, buddy.
Yeah.
But the doctor, man, I'm like, fuck. She got a doctor. He's been married. He's housebroken. He's a family man. He's you know, they say in sales, the best way to get a sale is somebody who you've already sold to. So if a man's already been married, you know he's down for the okie doke. He's down to sign the bogus deal again. You just got to figure out how he's willing. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga bought a timeshare.
Yeah, I can sell.
He'll probably buy another one.
He'll probably buy another one. I just have to figure out how to make him buy one. He's probably a family man, and he is. So that's what Wendy's looking for. If I was Wendy's ex-husband or husband, Kevin Hunter, I'd be like, God damn, I'm in trouble.
Well, the writing's on the wall. He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
The son put tips on him and stuff like that, man.
He's
like
done.
He can't come around there for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah.
He hasn't given up, though. Don't give up, Kevin Hunter. When we come back, we got a Dear Irby letter from last week. It was Keller in South Cac. And she wrote back to clarify, and we'll get into that when we get back. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Okay, so I'm going to read last week's letter first because she refers to it just so we can understand, all right?
Okay.
All right, she said, this is last week's email. She said, I've been talking to this guy online for about 4 months. He came out to see me. We went to lunch on Tuesday. He went to handle some business. He comes over that Friday to spend the weekend. I let him stay at my crib, but I didn't give him none. So he leaves Saturday morning to handle some more business. He's supposed to come back that night, but this Negro ghosted me. He flew back home and didn't even tell me he was leaving. I know he was mad that we didn't have sex, but I was going to give him some that Saturday night. Come on, y'all. I'm a woman. I can't be giving up to anybody. I need to feel comfortable first. What do y'all think? Was he impatient or am I tripping? Let me know. So we went on her. We let her know that she was wrong.
She was tripping.
Yeah, that she was tripping. So then she hit us again. I heard the show. You guys were wrong. All
She
caps.
basically only wanted validation.
I guess
she
so.
asked us a question.
Yep.
How do you think I'm here? You're wrong.
You're wrong. Yeah. Was I? She wanted to know was she wrong, and she. Yeah, exactly. She didn't really want to know she was wrong. You're right. She wanted validation. She said everybody is saying that guy was a bitch for the way he handled it. Even that guy's friends said he was wrong. Okay, that's just an opinion, right? So listen, there's a new development, and I want your perspective. Hopefully we give the right one this time. He called to apologize. Like I said, he admitted he was wrong. She really wants to be right. And he wants another chance to come and visit me. Should I let him? What do you think? Let me know. I'll be listening. Keller in South Cac. Kamal Abdul-Jabbar, what do you think, dog?
Well, I think, first of all, who's everybody saying that guy was a bitch?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about it. If I knew you personally and we were friends and you were a loved one, I probably would take your side because I'd be biased.
Yeah.
But I don't know you, Keller, so I'm just giving you the real deal. And my wife actually said you were tripping.
Yeah. There you go.
My wife said you were tripping.
Everybody
as well.
we know said you were tripping.
Yeah, everybody on this side of the MRA said you was tripping. And so, I mean, but it's neither here nor there. We think you were tripping. Your people around you saying that, you know what I'm saying, dude was dead wrong. It's cool. You get another shot at this. So that's the good thing. He didn't totally ghost you. He's giving you another chance. I'm not going to say you're giving him another chance. He's giving you another chance. He might have some business and stuff like that. He might be in town again. He says, hey, look, I'll be back in town. You want to link up again. Right? And obviously he can't talk no shit and expect to get none. So obviously he's going to apologize and say he was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think the ball's in your court, man. I would say let him because he got... Your problem, Keller, was that you weren't clear. You know what I'm saying? If that man flew out to South Carolina after you guys were talking via
some kind
internet,
of
communicating for 4 months, and he's a grown man, and you don't have sex with him for like a week. He's out there for a whole week. You kind of wasted that man's time.
Yeah. But did he, was he clear about his intentions?
Well, I don't know. You might be right on that one. And so you said, yeah, you would have gave him something the next night, but he didn't know that.
No,
and
he didn't.
He couldn't. I said this last week. He couldn't take that chance.
He couldn't. So the question is, should I let him come back? That's the question from Keller.
Yeah, of course.
Are you cool with that? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think so, man. I think they know the deal now. You be more open, no pun intended.
Definitely pun intended if it was me.
But
yeah, he thinks
he's apologized for ghosting you, so you guys got that out of the way, so it won't be all awkward and stuff like that. And I'm sure you guys have talked. I know it's made you feel good that his boy said that he was wrong, even though they're probably just doing some wingman shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think give him a chance, man. Give him another shot. Let us know how it turns out, man.
How do you think it'll turn out? How do you think? Give us a forecast, man. Sometimes we like to. This is a sports show, by the way. You know, I could see this show being on like an ESPN platform because this is a sports show that focuses on relationships. Prediction, man. I mean, you know, do you think this has a chance of going the distance? And we say the distance.
The relationship?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the thing about it, man. I don't know how far he lives. I don't know how far he lives. I don't think long distance relationships work, especially when they're starting out. Now, if you're married for 10 years, I know my parents were married for, I want to say 20 years. My father got like a job in San Luis Obispo, which was like 4 or 5 hours away. Yeah. And so he couldn't commute. So he rented an apartment and stay out there during the week and would come home on the weekends.
So that was the excuse. I got a job.
But they were 20 years, 3 kids strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was solid.
Locked. Yeah, we're locked.
They didn't just meet and they stayed 300 miles away from each other.
Yeah.
So you guys linking up in different, I don't know if different states or different areas.
Yeah.
I think that's problematic because now your time is going to be great when you guys see each other, but how often are you going to be able to see each other?
Yeah. When we come back, man, I got to weigh in on this. I can't wait. I've been salivating at the bit. We come back. I got this. This is the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. Kamal, she asked the question, should I let him come back? Now, Keller is our listener. He is not. But I can't get my mind around the fact that this is the motherfucking MRA Podcast. So I want to talk to the dude right now. Homie, you're making a big mistake. Do not go back. Nigga, divorce happens when people ignore red flags and they become evident years later. The thing that you ignore these warnings, and such years later, however long y'all break up, you and Vertina ever get divorced, it won't be some new shit, Kamal. It'll be the shit that she or you ignored from the Carfax. Right? Not trying to jinx your relationship. I'm just saying, if it happens. Yeah. It ain't gonna be some new development. Nigga, guess what happened? What? You know what I mean? It'll be some, she's mad up. And here's what's funny. If y'all ever break up, you can predict it right now what it'll be. Yeah. You already know what it'll be, right? Me and my breakup, I already know what it is. I know exactly what it is that I'm going to do wrong or she'll do wrong. And I've already seen it.
It's like certain criminals, the police come knocking, you already know.
Yeah, shit. You know what it is. So, and matter of fact, the listeners, if you've been listening long enough, you know what happens when my shit goes south. You know what I mean? So anyway, dog, this is a red flag, bro. Let me tell you why. First of all, she let you fly into town. She let you take her to dinner or lunch, not smash that day. She let you come back, spend the night in the bed. Where the fuck you think he slept that night, Kamal? Think he slept on the couch?
Maybe he got a guest bedroom.
Nigga, please. He slept in her bed and had to look at the ceiling like a married man. What you know about those cracks in the ceiling, the little glitter in the ceiling that married men have to look at when they're not fucking? He had to do that. That is a sneak peek of what his relationship will be. She used her vagina, the pussy power for power. She leveraged it, in my opinion. And that is what she's going to do. To me, it's very dangerous when you get with a woman who don't need to bust a nut. It's very dangerous when you get with a woman who don't need to bust a nut. It's very dangerous when you get with a woman who don't need to bust a nut. You got to be careful though, because if she needs it so much, when you slip, somebody else is gonna smash. But I've had relationships in the past with, even if we was beefing, she still needed that connection at the end of the night, and that helped the bond. When a woman don't need that, you're gonna be in trouble.
I don't know if it's not that she doesn't need it. It's she's being strategic with it. That's worse.
Thank you.
That's worse.
Dude.
It's like, I want some, but
I'm gonna play chess with this dude.
Right. Yeah.
You don't want that, bro.
Yeah, that's the stuff I've had relationships with women that were strategic with it.
Yeah, don't dog. That's a red flag, bro. Because it's just get worse, man. I had a step pops that told me one time, man, pay attention to who she is now because she just gets worse over time. She just gets worse. This nigga was married to my mother.
I was saying, was he just arguing? He was straight out of an argument?
He was giving me advice on the woman I ended up marrying because he was there. And he was like, man, let me just give you some advice. They don't get better. Whatever you're seeing now is the best version of them. They don't get better. They get more bitter. He told me this back in the 90s. He told me this.
Was he on the money?
He was on the motherfucking money. And I never forget that shit. There's certain advice that I never forgot. One is from my current. She told me years ago, back when we weren't even together, that she's like, all women are the same. Find one you could tolerate, because pretty much we're all the same. And she wasn't lying. And then that advice, this Hall of Fame advice, is when he said, man, pay attention to what she's doing now, because they don't get better. They get worse. And so for Keller's dude, she's going to be doing this shit, bro. She's going to be playing games with the ass, and you're going to be very frustrated, especially if you guys do what most people do, enter into an agreement where she is your primary source. She has a monopoly on your penis. She's going to have a monopoly on your penis. And some relationships, I've been with women that didn't even want me self-relieving. Like, that is cheating. Huh. So I'm telling you, so it depends
Even
on the
if you
woman.
Thinking about her?
Who does that? That's crazy. Hilarious. So I'm going to say this to Keller, because Keller's our listener. Should she go back? Should she let him visit? I think you're making a big mistake as well, because dude, what you just said, Kamal, is golden. You're getting into a long distance relationship. You know what I mean? You're signing up. You're not in love with him right now. There's no stakes. This is when you walk away, because it's going to be harder to walk away. After you smash, now there's a connection. And you're going to keep going, dude. If I was you, I would say, just let it be gone. I know you made a mistake. Let it be gone. Or let him work for it. Let him prove that, and I hate to say this against men, but let him prove that it's something that is worth your time. Because right now, from our perspective, we see red flag on the distance. And I see red flag on you playing games with Coochie. And I'm not even I don't see no red flag in him packing up and leaving. That's the best part about this story. He advocated for himself.
Yeah.
But dog, to answer your question, Keller, should you let him visit? No.
I say yeah, but as like some plaything, not like trying to build a relationship.
Do Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
With the first guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just know what he is. Let him play that position.
Yeah, every now and again
fun.
he shows up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember Color Purple when Suge Avery would come to
man,
town?
That was sweet.
Yeah.
That's a good deal, yeah. Every once in a while you get it off. Especially a lot of times with women, man, they're so picky with who they have sex with. They'll go years, man. And so she really might need the tune-up. So, he could be an out-of-town tune-up, but just treat him as that, even though that was what he was auditioning for. He should have got to smash last time if he needed to tune-up. But anyway, we I think we agree that... no, we don't agree. You're saying she should let him back, and I'm saying no.
Yeah, but like I have a caveat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mine is let him in, but just as a plaything. If she's trying to build a relationship, then no, walk away.
If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is Dear Irby @themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
On Twitter at Angry Kamal.
I'm on Twitter as well at Kyle Irby. You can find us both at the MRA Podcast. That is our social, on all social. You can put that in and hit us up. Give us our comments, our props, complaints, all that at the MRA Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Facebook. KyleIrby.com is where you can go watch my commercials, some of my comedy videos, it's just come check me out. You can hit me, you can contact me there. And at themrapodcast.com, you can listen to all of our episodes. Hey, man, happy 50th, dog. 50 is a big number, man.
Congratulations as well.
Hey, man, thanks for the hard work you've done for 50 episodes, and I hope we get a whole lot more. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.